So I just unboxed my Galaxy Z Flip 3, and to go alongside with it, I've bought a case. And this is the new silicone cover with ring from Samsung. This is an official Samsung case, and I'm excited to try it out. Now, this phone is definitely not like other phones, so it doesn't really, conform to many of the kind of case used to. I'm kind of just like seeing with cases. There's a lot of things cases do that I'm used to. So I'm excited to try this out and see exactly what Samsung has to offer. I will be making more case videos, but right now I'm going to try out the official Samsung ones and see what they're like. So let's go ahead, pull this out. I don't even know if this is like a two-part case or a one-part case, so it comes right out. So this is the silicone keyring cover in navy blue. And let me go ahead and pull it out of here. And it is attached, so that's interesting. It is attached with this, with the cloth? I don't even know how to describe this. I'm losing my words today. I'm sorry, guys. So let me go ahead and pull off all the plastic in here and put it on the phone and see exactly what it looks like. So the reason that I was interested in this case was mainly because it had this ring on the back, and I see a lot of people who have rings on the back of their phones now. But if you have folding phones, you really can't put a ring on the back of your phone anymore because the phone is folded most of the time. So let's go ahead and put this in put the phone in the case and see what it looks like. So get rid of the plastic. Fits in pretty snug over there. Let's go ahead and there we go. Goes in pretty easily like that. So there we go. So of course there's a big cutout here for the power button because that has the fingerprint scanner. So they obviously can't block that off. You need that empty. So it does feel a little bit weird, but this is what the phone looks like in the case. There's a big cutout as well for the cover display, which makes sense. When it's closed, this definitely feels a lot more manageable. It's like you can definitely hold it with the key ring when it's closed too. And when it's open, there's also a lot of flexibility to kind of just hold it as you want. The one thing I'm not liking is it's definitely not twistable. So if I want to hold it like this, I'm definitely putting a lot of strain on this little cloth thing it's attached to. And I'm not sure how it's going to age over time. So let's see. It definitely doesn't feel like it's the greatest option. It doesn't feel like if you've ever used a ring socket thing, you know that they're pretty sturdy. So this definitely doesn't feel like it. It definitely feels like you're doing more of it feels like it's floating up in there for sure. And again, just the fact that it kind of comes out straight like this means that when you have it at an angle, it just always wants to revert back to being, the way it was in there. So it's a little bit weird. So let's see what it looks like when it's closed. Let me give you guys a closer look. So the hinge is pretty much completely exposed, which makes sense. Again, with a case like this, you can't cover the hinge because then you just can't, open the case all the way. So it's weird, looking at this case, there's so much of the phone that's actually not covered, and it just doesn't make sense to me. So there is a raised lip. The phone itself has a raised lip too, so it matches it almost perfectly. Maybe comes out, I want to say like a point of a millimeter, even if so. It definitely, since there's already a raised edge, I think Samsung didn't add an even higher raised edge just to make it fold comfortably and not feel like it wasn't folding all the way. But when it's closed, it definitely feels better. I think it definitely is the way that this case looks better when it's closed. But I will say that the silicone feels nice. It's a nice soft touch material, and it definitely doesn't seem to be, at least right off the bat, picking up a lot of dust. I know some silicone cases do. It really does depend on the color sometimes, but this definitely isn't feeling like a case that I would recommend unless you really want a keyring. Now, the keyring itself is I think, that's the problem. I'm being a little bit I'm making this very much about the keyring when in fact the only way to really do this keyring is with this cloth thing here, because otherwise it just wouldn't work, because there's no other place to, you can't do it the traditional way. So it's a little bit weird, but the case itself, it does feel like it will provide some decent drop protection. Not sure if it will really protect the screen in any way. I feel like the screen is just as exposed, which I fear might be the thing for every single Z Flip case at this point. All you're doing is protecting the glass on this side, and also just providing yourself with a more comfortable material to hold if you don't like gripping onto the metal and glass on the back. So, I mean, with this case, I think the answer is pretty clear to me. I personally wouldn't buy this again. I would definitely recommend that you go for some other case options. So I didn't mention this earlier in the video, but this is a $40 case, and you can get this in a bunch of other colors. And there's also a clear case option, which is actually $10 cheaper, which is $30. So, I mean, it's not, when it comes to officially branded cases, this isn't the most expensive one in the world, you know, but still, I feel like the price should have been a little bit lower, just given, you know, how this case isn't doing a lot. It's not really a great protective case. The only real benefit to it is this little ring. Otherwise, it's just like any other silicone case. It's two pieces of silicone, so it shouldn't be that expensive. But yeah, as I said, not something I'm very, very highly into, but if you're a person who does like the ring option, this is pretty much your only go. So for that, it's good. But if you don't need a ring, and if you don't use a ring for your, you know, on your current phone, don't bother with this case. Get something else, and I'm sure you'll be way happier with that. So that's it for this one, guys. If you want to check out this case or any of the other cases for the Galaxy Z Flip 5G, I'm going to go ahead and link them down in the description, and also have some more photos on my social media too. So if you want to go check that out, I'll have it linked right here. And of course, they're all going to be in the description as well. Go check that out. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe for more Galaxy Z Flip 3 content. All right, that's it for this one, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you in the next one.